People who never prepare for anything? How's that working out? I have this terrible habit of never preparing for anything, and somehow it just keeps working. School presentations got done 5 minutes before class. College exams got studied for on the walk to the lecture hall. So when I landed an interview for my dream job at this massive tech company, 6-figure salary with 4 rounds of interviews, everyone lost their minds. I was 26 and still sharing a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 roommates, and this job would change everything. My best friend grabbed my shoulders and said, "This is the one time you cannot wing it. Do you understand me?" I fully intended to prepare this time, but somehow the week before the final interview just slipped away. I skimmed the company website for 10 minutes and figured that was enough. I downloaded their annual report, and it sat unopened in my downloads folder for 6 days. I meant to practice interview questions, but my roommate wanted dinner, and one dinner turned into 3 hours at a bar. The night before, I told myself I would wake up early and cram everything, but instead I fell asleep watching a documentary about penguins, and woke up in a panic with exactly 45 minutes to get downtown. I threw on my suit, grabbed a gas station coffee that tasted like it had been burning since yesterday, and walked into that building like a man who had already accepted defeat. The waiting room was a nightmare of overachievers. One woman had a leather portfolio so thick it could stop a bullet, and she was muttering statistics under her breath. A guy in the corner was doing breathing exercises with his eyes closed, lips moving like he was rehearsing his entire life story. Another candidate had color-coded note cards spread across his lap and kept whispering, "Synergy, integration, value proposition." I had my phone with 14% battery and absolutely nothing else. A woman next to me glanced at my empty hands and actually looked concerned for me like I had wandered into the wrong building. I smiled at her like everything was fine, and she did not smile back. They called my name, and I walked into a conference room with 6 executives sitting around a massive table, all of them staring at me like I was about to perform. The first question was about the company's recent merger with some firm I had never heard of, and I fumbled through a response so vague it could have applied to any company in history. One executive wrote something down, and I watched another one suppress a sigh. They asked about my 5-year strategic vision, and I rambled about growth and innovation, words that mean nothing but sound impressive if you say them with confidence. The CEO tilted her head and said, "Can you be more specific?" I absolutely could not be more specific. I tried to pivot and said something about adapting to market conditions, which made it even worse. I watched them exchange glances that clearly said they were